का अंग्रेजों को ओपन चैलेंज है।
नए इंडिया की न्यू टीम इंडिया।
Without Virat and Rohit.
कैंट एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स भी होगा नया और धाकड़।
क्या नया है और क्या धाकड़?
ये तो एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स में ही पता चलेगा।
कैंट एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया थर्ड टेस्ट सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
बहुत मजा आएगा।
1, 2, 3.
Sony Sports 10/4 is now dedicated to you in your language, Tamil and Telugu from 10th July.
They have flirted with glory. It has been a roller coaster of emotion.
To subscribe, call your cable operator or DTH provider now. Sony Sports Network presents Sports का blockbuster season.
जी हाँ, तेज कर रहा क्रिकेट के लिए होने ये तैयार।
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Harry Kane.
Sony Sports Network पर Sony Sports Network पर
Well, some work to do from England's point of view. Love something around.
A little mixed messaging, I think, from Tammy Bowman. Not quite sure where she wanted to go there. England's captain on the night has gone 20 from 19. 3 down now, 68 for 3.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा,
लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया थर्ड टेस्ट कल दोपहर 2:30 बजे।
She's underway. Yeah, but it's almost the perfect ball to maybe try and sweep from Tammy Beaumont's point of view, but you don't see her do this too often.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you know, as a player, former player, you get your mind a little confused. You almost have too many options. Where do I want to hit it? It's not what you see very often from Tammy Bowman. Normally there's a bit of clarity in the shot play, but I think she's looking back thinking, why did I do that?
What's happened here? Someone throwing the ball back and caught Radiyadov, or has she hurt herself? Somehow side of her head. Oh, okay. Where does she collide with Alice Capsey? Does her head hit Alice Capsey? Maybe. Bit of a twinge in the side of the head or the neck.
What do we reckon then? Are England just being a little bit pedestrian here? There's a lot of talk about the pitch. Lauren was very vocal about the fact it's perhaps a little slower than they thought. What do you reckon? Still a little bit behind it.
You feel that way. I still think probably 150, 155 is a minimum. I think England could be in the game. The likes of Eccleston, Charlie Dean in particular. Might bring Alice Capsey into the game a bit more with this slower nature of the surface. It's sort of, it's around about 9 and over, isn't it? 155 from here. Hard work.
Yeah, it's what England need though, isn't it? The amount of times we've done England games, bilateral series games, where they're not really put under pressure enough. They don't really feel the pressure of the big games, Ashes series, etc. They're under pressure here, and they've been so throughout the series. I think that will be the big takeaway for Charlotte Edwards, who's taken over as coach here. Nat Siverbrunt watching. They'll be saying, how do we cope with this situation? Because this is the pressure moment. 2-1 behind. Runs on the board. Can they get themselves in a position here?
I don't feel they've been overly proactive in the power play. You look at the numbers, 22 from 19, Dunkley. Okay, boundaries in there, but just a lot of dot balls. Wyatt Hodge 5 from 7. Capsey's 17 off 19 at the moment. 18 off 20 now. So they haven't been productive in the power play and put India under any pressure whatsoever. Then you lose a couple of wickets and you find yourself behind the 8 ball. 11 overs gone, 70 for 3.
Sony Sports Network presents Cricket Ka Blockbuster Season.
टेस्ट क्रिकेट का नशा सब जम के मिलेगा। एशिया में बात जब क्रिकेट की हो तो बात सम्मान की होती है।
You watch her in the domestic game, certainly the ones we've covered.
She's got a review. Do they want to use it? Pretty straight, but she'll take the option.
TV Umpire Director, there's a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is out. I've checked the feed. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Here comes front on. Batter plays across the ball. Director, I'm gonna need ultra edge to confirm if there's any bat involved, please. Thank you. Waiting on ultra edge. All right, here comes ultra edge, nice and slow, Director, all the way through, flat line, bat between, gap between ball and gloves, all the way through to the pad. Now makes contact with the pad, satisfied, no bat involved. Let's move the ball tracking, please. Thank you. Just waiting on ball tracking to be built. Still waiting. Thank you. Still waiting there. Still waiting here, Anna.
I'm just waiting on Hawkeye to confirm. Alice Capsey's already off the field. Another little bugbear of mine, but you're going to wait or take a review. Umpire's job is to make a decision, and make a decision you're not even on the field. You're going to have a silly review when you know you're out. Stand there and take your medicine.
Yeah, and it's also a second game.
Yeah, here is ball tracking, pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. Anna, I'm going to ask you to stay with your out decision and tell you when you're on screen.
Yeah. Alice Capsey knew, I think everybody knew. Pretty straightforward decision, good decision in the end. And Alice Capsey, second time in 2 games, trying to hit the ball behind square. 18 off 21, 70 for 4.
एक ही टेस्ट मैच में 2 शतक और शतक लगाने वाले।
Hold it, wait, thinking of taking a bait. Looks like they're top of the chain, but guess who is coming to play?
स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट है ये शुभमन गिल का। फिर द स्टैंड्स, खूबसूरत ड्राइव शुभमन गिल के बल्ले से।
Call up the people and tell them I'm back.
You join a very small club. Club only one other Indian inhabits. He's standing here beside me and applauding. Yes, what a fabulous innings from a fabulous young player.
Push for two, but I don't think they'll take it in the end. That review thing's not just to go at Alice Capsey. I see it all the time in the men's game. And if you are going to decide to take a review when you pretty much know you're out anyway, you just stand there, stand in the middle, because the umpire's got to make a decision. When they put their finger up, if you're almost walking off the boundary, that's unacceptable. And watch the big screen, think, oh, that's out anyway, and just walk off.
That's where they've been good in here as well. We talked a lot about the fielding. Deep square, deep mid-wicket, Rodrigues at long on, anticipating really well. They're aware that they're in danger of giving away twos. It's quite a big area, but their anticipation is so good. Again, that will be tested here. Yeah, and that is absolutely spot on. Good timing, because it's a good example of what they've done well. England at the Oval was sneaky from those positions. They're not tonight. India have learnt.
I will say, Nick, Nidas, that dismissal of Alice Capsey's turned. It actually straightened, looked like it was going towards leg stump. It straightened back towards middle. Little bit in the surface. Straight to Radi Yadav out on the deep mid-wicket boundary. 12 overs have been bowled, 75 for 4.
1, 2, 3.
Sony Sports 10-4 is now dedicated to you in your language, Tamil and Telugu from 10th July.
They have flirted with glory. It has been a roller coaster of emotion.
To subscribe, call your cable operator or DTH provider now.
Has straightened.
Interesting point. I quite liked it spinning in one-day cricket because it just creates the angles for you. When it's dead straight, you bowl wicket to wicket. You've got a lot more work to do to find the angles. Depends on how you see it, but sometimes it can just open up one side of the wicket.
And playing spin, the ability to play spin is an art form. I have no problem with it either. Sort of batters, and you hear some people complain a lot as soon as the ball starts to turn in a T20 match. Can't all be just flat and bullying from the batters.
Absolutely. But look here, I mean, the other thing that I watch closely, Dooley, as a batter, former player, I watch where they take guard. And generally they take the same guard. Batters will take the same guard if they're facing an off spinner, a left arm spinner, a leg spinner. Here you want to stay leg side of the ball, open up the offside, take leg stump. That's really where you want to be firing it through. There's no one at deep point, so you get it through that gap on the offside, you get 4. So sometimes make it a little easy for you, or easier for yourself, rather than doing all the work at the last minute.
Sweep, but deep backward square in play. In form of Jimmy Rodrigues. She covers some ground, covers some turf in the course of a night.
But she's also put in the key areas for the batter. That's where she was for Tammy Beaumont. That's why we were surprised she wasn't sweeping. She's on the sweep. And then she goes to long on, deep mid-wicket.
Five singles from the over, so India doing it pretty well at the moment. 13 gone, 81 for 4.
9 विकेट गिर चुकी हैं, 1 विकेट की बात है। मुकाबला जीत लिया यहाँ भारत ने और रच दिया इतिहास। एज बैट्समैन का गुरूर कर दिया चकनाचूर। तो यहाँ से कारवां पहुंचेगा लॉर्ड्स के मैदान।
गेम भी तुम्हारा, ग्राउंड भी तुम्हारा, पर जीत हमारी होगी।
थर्ड टेस्ट कल दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर।
Great support on both sides here at Old Trafford, making plenty of noise as well as England grind themselves to what they hope will be a defendable total. Simon Dool still alongside me. There's another aspect to the kind of dismissals of Alice Capsey, Tammy Beaumont, Dooley, is that we've got to remember that coming back into this side is going to be Nat Sciver-Brunt, and there's a T20 World Cup just a year away. Oh, nice big juicy full toss, brilliant, absolutely brilliant Radiana, going to a strong side granted, but you've got to stick your body on the line, and they've been so good in the field tonight.
Well, that's just another example. Slower ball, full toss, hit hard. It's a great left hand. It was going past her.
She's got her own little fan club just in the corner.
Whoever is stumps, no issue whatsoever. Amy Jones on her way for 9 off 10 deliveries. It's 93 for 5.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम, कसम।
कसम से
opens her account immediately, keeps the strike then with 5 overs remaining. England 94 for 5.
1, 2, 3.
Sony Sports 10/4 is now dedicated to you in your language, Tamil and Telugu from 10th July.
They have flirted with glory. It has been a roller coaster of emotion.
To subscribe, call your cable operator or DTH provider now.
Oh, no one kicking on. Dunkley and Beaumont with 20s. What can Paige Schofield and Charlie Dean do with these next 5 overs? Eccleston to come next, expecting lusty blows on her home ground. court, keeps it to 1. I've got something else for you, Dooley, as well. Talked about whether Nat Silverbrunt will bowl. You know, she bowled a lot in the WPL just before here. You know, almost 40 overs in pretty much every game she was bowling for the Mumbai Indians. The other thing is her captaincy. She's a relatively inexperienced captain, the international game. And you'd imagine you want as much leadership experience as you can, but she's not going to captain the Trent Rockets this year. She did it last year. She's not going to do it for the Trent Rockets this year. Ash Gardner's going to captain the Australian international. So instead of an England captain getting more captaincy experience, I mean, personally, I'd get it wherever I could take it. And Australia's Ash Gardner's going to be leading the side.
Does that suggest that she's a little worried about not being able to play all the games? Body-wise, or you know, I can think that would be the only reason that she would not want to captain, is maybe she's feeling like, not sure I can play every game or be available for every game, so I don't want to be changing captains all the time. That'd be the only reason I can think of, because I'll be with you on the fact that she needs all the captaincy experience she can get, I think.
All for Charlotte Edwards to try and consider. Heaved away firmly by Radha Yadav. Equal to it, just a single. Another excellent over from Deepti Sharma. Just 4 runs conceded. 4 overs remaining. England 98 for 5.
9 विकेट गिर चुकी हैं, 1 विकेट की बात है। वो मुकाबला जीत लिया यहाँ भारत ने और रच दिया इतिहास। एजबैस्टन का गुरूर कर दिया चकनाचूर। तो यहाँ से कारवां पहुंचेगा लॉर्ड्स के मैदान। गेम भी तुम्हारा, ग्राउंड भी तुम्हारा, पर जीत हमारी होगी।
थर्ड टेस्ट आज दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर।
Even at 8, that only gets them to 130 and 10s 138. So there's much to do. It's Wenda's Paige Schofield. Press the button. Eccleston and Wong can flay the bat. Yeah, I thought so. Just the way it's sort of dribbled away, and Ian Blackwell proven correct with his decision. The last ball of Yadav's spell. Been absolutely superb tonight, with the ball and in the field.
She's done a terrific job to gather that in. Run Charlie Dean out by a long, long way. Continuing to just fall apart a little bit here for England. Charlie Dean gone for 4, it's 101 for 7.
मैं सोनी बनाऊं और कुछ नया ना हो। हमारी नई और धाका टीम इंडिया का अंग्रेजों को ओपन चैलेंज है। नई इंडिया की न्यू टीम इंडिया।
Without Virat and Rohit.
टेंट एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स भी होगा नया और धाकड़।
क्या नया है और क्या धाकड़?
ये तो एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स में ही पता चलेगा।
Kent Extra Innings, England versus India. Third test, Sony Sports के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
बहुत मजा आएगा।
Izzy Wong replaces Charlie Dean out in the middle. England not helping themselves here. Last 30 deliveries they've faced, so the last 5 overs, they're 25 for 3. Not as bad as 25 for 8 at the Oval in 4 overs. Oh, they've gone again. Goodness me, I tell you what, if she'd have picked it up cleanly, there might have been trouble. And again, England's almost running on the shot. So Charlie Dean looking at the ball, never looked at Sophie Eccleston. It was straight at the fielder. And I agree with you, Risha Ghosh has done superbly well, and how lovely to see a decision given, a run-out decision given on the field.
Gold star, Anna Harris. Saw everything, made the decision, and was comfortable with it. But a great angle of Charlie Dean. Just never once did she look at Sophie Eccleston, see whether she was coming or not. It was just, I don't think there was one there. I don't. Sophie Eccleston was ever making it. Just watch, look, she's looking, no interest. Sophie was backing up, fine, no problem at all, just never a run there.
Yeah, straight to the fielder. Just going to quickly go back to something we were mentioning earlier about Natsiva Brunson, whether she's able to bowl or not. The fact is, the dynamic of the team changes if she is. At the moment, England are playing 3 seamers, 2 spinners, and the extra bowler is Alice Capsey. Now, if you add Natsiva Brunt's ability to bowl in there, you can play 3 out-and-out spinners and 2 seamers, as we've seen so regularly in England's T20 cricket with Sarah Glenn, Dean and Eccleston. Or whether that's Lindsay Smith and Dean and Eccleston or whomever it may be. I just think the dynamic of the team, the makeup of the team changes somewhat. 2 overs to go, 105 for 7.
One, 2, 3.
Sony Sports 10-4 is now dedicated to you in your language, Tamil and Telugu from 10th July.
They have flirted with glory. It has been a roller coaster of emotion.
To subscribe, call your cable operator or DTH provider now.
Superb. England have got an opportunity with the ball yet to come, but gee, they'd love a little 25 or so off the last couple.
Easy, easy. Risha Ghosh alert to the fact they're trying to steal a one. And for me, Izzy Wong, she's only happy doing one thing here, and that's finding boundaries. Not shy of hitting 6s. Maybe that little bit of medium pace might help her. All they can do at the moment is find the field. India have just strangled England here, stifled them. They were 68 for 2 at one point, round about the halfway stage. And that's when 150 was on the cards, but just got to feel that the way that India have batted so far, England will be falling well short here. Once more, straight to the fielder. Eccleston saying no, and again I think she's right. Wong charging off. I understand the intention, but very, very dangerous. 3 dots from the first 3 balls of the penultimate over. Rodriguez will easily keep that to 1. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. One or two players with be a little bit battered and bruised from tonight. Amanjot Kaur on the wrist, and that'll leave a nice badge of honour in the midriff. It's another dot ball. They've only got one. The penultimate over.
She look for one and try and keep the strike, maybe put some boundaries away last over.
Speedsters on the boundary in Smriti and Jemmy Rodriguez, but they can't cut it off. You've got to still say it's an excellent over from Amanjot Kaur.
Finally gets one in her zone. Sophie Eccleston manages to just turn that away onside. What she can do, she can find the boundary, find it regularly. So just think that first ball, no matter what happens, they've got to go. This discussion here should be about, we just have to run here. Even if you hit it straight to the fielder, I'm going to take off, but we have to get me on strike.
Well, this is their best opportunity, in that it's the off spinner to two right-handers. You're hitting slightly with the breeze, relatively short straight. There's 3 out on the leg side boundary. Long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square. There's also a long off as well. Wong's area is usually around about cow. This is where Eccleston hit that region at Bristol. Get those long levers of hers out. Shouts of catch, and decides against it. The right decision from Amanjot Kaur. It's coming quite flat towards her. Keep it to 1. Geez, England are going to have to bowl out their skins and field out their skins. With the series on the line, you win the toss, you want to bat first.
Well, just been kept in check, and India's bowling, fielding has managed to keep England under pressure the whole way through. Games.
And England finish with a bit of a flourish. 2 sixes in the final over. It goes for 16. But in their 20 overs, England would have hoped for many more.
Well, just a little bit of something maybe for the bowlers to work with. Helped out by 16 off the last over. Hit with the wind, leg side. 6 for Wong and a 6 for Eccleston. They're going to have to bowl incredibly well. Maybe India have to help them out a touch too, but they have to make 127 as difficult as possible to keep themselves alive in the series. 22, 18, 20 for Dunkley, Capsey and Beaumont, but nobody really got going, and the strike rates all very much around that runner ball or below in the top 6, 7. Eccleston and Wong with 16 and 11, 25 off 18, that partnership to finish things off.
Some pretty good figures here. Amanjot Kaur 1 for 20 from 4. Thought Radha Yadav was wonderful this evening. 2 for 15 from her, 4 overs. A couple of wickets for N. Sri Sharani as well. A very tidy set of analyses.
Sony Sports Network presents Cricket का blockbuster season.
टेस्ट क्रिकेट का नशा सब जम के बोलेगा। एशिया में बात जब क्रिकेट की हो तो बात सम्मान की होती है। सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया थर्ड टेस्ट आज दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
ओहो, ये देखिए, अब इससे बचे तो कैसे बचे कोई बल्लेबाज। अब देखना यह है कि अंपायर आपस में जो बात करते हैं, ये सॉफ्ट सिग्नल क्या रहेगा। ये आउट दिया है कैटलबरा ने। एक और विकेट खो दिया यहां भारत ने। नो आउट यूटी। भारतीय कप्तान आए और भारतीय कप्तान को जाना पड़ेगा, इसीलिए ये सबसे सर्वोत्तम तेज गेंदबाज है विश्व क्रिकेट में। जिमी एंडरसन इनका नाम।
बहुत अच्छी गेंद जरूर थी, पर बाहर की गेंद विराट कोहली ने खेलने का प्रयास किया। बहुत अच्छी गेंद देखिए, पर कितनी बाहर की है देखिए आप। ये तो मुझे लगता है कि 5वें या 6वें स्टंप की गेंद थी, खेलने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी।
कैंट एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया थर्ड टेस्ट कल दोपहर 2:30 बजे से टीवी पर देखिए, सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर।
एक बार फिर लाजवाब छक्का लगभग 90 मीटर का।
शतक पूरा किया ऋषभ पंत ने। सही समय पर आकर ये शतक जड़ दिया अपनी टीम के लिए। जबरदस्त पारी।
ऋषभ पंत
बाउंसर इधर लगाया हुआ, पीछे पर गया पे गेंद चार मिलेंगे।
A great challenge. Lauren Bella's bowled pretty well. England's catching will come under a lot of attention again. It's been poor at the Oval. India were outstanding, you have to say, in the field with their catching. Their start positions, they were ready, they were cutting off the twos. England going to have to do more of that.
Yeah, and they got their fielders, they got their best fielders in the hot spots. Arundhati Reddy, Radhi Yadav, Dipti Sharma, Jemima Rodrigues, they were in the action and they are the best fielders on the pitch for India. So they got a lot of things right there in the first innings. We spoke about that a little bit at the top of the show, about Lauren Bell being in the hot spot of the Oval with Lauren Filer bowling. Tammy's got to get these little details right tonight, defending such a low total.
Particularly when you're up against the quality of Smriti Mandana's wonderful touch. Very dominant. And an excellent batting unit. In fact, I don't think it's unfair to say this, but before this series started, you'd say that India's strength was very much with the bat in hand, particularly that top 5, 6, 7. The way they performed in the field has given this top 5, top 6 a real chance.
Yeah, I was concerned about India's bowling attack at the start of the series and how wrong they have been proved there. They've been exceptional.
Right, series on the line then. 2-1, will it go 2-all or 3-1? So much to play for the next hour and a half.
a clear plan from Shefali Verma. She loves saying leg side of the ball. Pure swing. It's that snap of the wrists, quick hands. Such a clean strike.
And again, this time extra cover. England being put to the sword early on. .31 without loss from 3.
नौ विकेट गिर चुकी हैं, 1 विकेट की बात है। मुकाबला जीत लिया यहाँ भारत ने और रच दिया इतिहास। एज बैट्समैन का गुरूर कर दिया चकनाचूर। तो यहाँ से कारवां पहुंचेगा लॉर्ड्स के मैदान। ये भी तुम्हारा, ग्राउंड भी तुम्हारा, पर जीत हमारी होगी।
थर्ड टेस्ट आज दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर।
Really is. Good crowd in as well. England haven't played a T20 international here since 2012. Tammy Beaumont and Danny Wyatt-Hodge played in that game. Lauren Bell. So Tammy Beaumont turning to Lauren Bell, I think is probably her best option at the moment.
She's in computer game mode again. Where there's space, Smriti Mandana is accessing that space. A little bit short from Sophie Eccleston, but it's just too easy at the minute for this Indian opening pair.
Real contrast again in the way they've played. Finesse and elegance against brute power at the other end. The role for all types.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of the partnership, isn't it? They're hitting different areas, different methods. That's why they're such a successful partnership. Second in the world, I think, behind Alyssa Healy and Beth Mooney.
50 up. Very quickly, 4.4 overs. Both played their role.
Sam. Sam. Oh. Nice save. Ball save.
Our statsman, lovely Richard Isaacs, has just informed us actually they're ahead of Beth Mooney and Alyssa Healy, these two, as an opening partnership. And they're showing again tonight the reasons why.
Yes, sir.
Much better over, as you expect from Sophie Eccleston. 5 gone, 50 without loss.
Sony Sports Network presents Sports का blockbuster season.
जी हाँ, तेज कर रहा क्रिकेट के लिए हो जाइए तैयार।
Cristiano Ronaldo, Harry Kane. Sony Sports Network mode. Sony Sports Network mode.
Bringing changes, that looks after itself. Very different approach, maybe slightly easier batting second when you feel like you're chasing down a subpar score, I'll give you that. But I think England's still going to look hard at how they're approaching the power play. Izzy Wong. Well, very well at the end of the innings a few nights ago, just to help England out. Oh, not pleasant. Misjudged the length a little bit there, trying to use the pace and help it on its way.
I think there's a little bit of spice in that from Izzy Wong, just sort of seemed to gather pace off the surface. Just caught that shiny side.
Every time I see that, it amazes me the game was ever played without helmets on. Amazing. I mean, all the changes that the game has gone through over many, many years, that's got to be one of the most impactful. You've been through this concussion protocol. What's being asked here then?
Where are you? What's the score? We never know what day it is. It's a match day. It's not a training day. We're at Old Trafford.
She looks all right. I think she's passed. Big crowd. I think it's always a test for the women's game. A lot of the smaller grounds. But now the game is growing. Much more popularity and awareness, and people are coming to support the women's game. Big ground, obviously. I think there were around about 10,000 tickets sold pre-game. A night like this, maybe more people coming in.
Smitty Mandana just having a look at the wicket there. We've sort of had two different responses from the surface here this over. We've had that one that just jumped off a length, and that one just held in the surface a little bit there. There's certainly something to work with for the England bowlers.
These games is looking at it from an individual perspective. There's sometimes a bit more on these games for some players. You get that feeling with Izzy Won. There's a lot on this spell. It may not, depends on how the game plays out, have an impact on the outcome. But for her personally, I kind of feel this is a big moment, trying to convince recently.
Eccleston, but it's been all India.
So there's two ways to look at that chance. One, you can just say, oh, I was never quite going to get there because it was just hit too well, or what can I do to catch that next time? What can I do a little better to catch that next time? There's two ways of looking at that.
Yeah, and it's a little bit about what we spoke about in the pre-show. It's getting the yardage, to be able to get the yardage early. To be able to then create the base when you get to the catch and to get your head close to the ball.
Be in that dynamic position, the ball's coming to me. The ball is coming to me this time. I'm going to be the one to make the catch.
Yes, Charlie, bring Charlie.
Swept away, didn't quite carry. There's Capsey in the deep.
Yes, Charlie.
It's high risk. It's purely, I think, because of the left hand and off spin. We see it a lot in the game. It's a bit overrated personally, but we see it a lot. It might well work, we'll see. But it's high risk because you've got bowlers who just have to get back in the game.
Elegantly driven. Dunkley's there, should just be one. This is one of my frustrations. We talk a lot about analytics, data, matchups, and sometimes two of their best has got to go up against your best, and it doesn't matter if it's right-hander or left-hander. Bowlers can bowl either, or should be able to. If I'm defending 5 runs and over, I want to get my best bowler, or who has been world #1 for a long, long period of time, into the game. The last thing I want to do is finish the game and she's not bowled 4.
I hear the modern players, I try and listen to them, I try and speak as much as possible. I hear that the 7th over of a T20 game is quite often what they call the soft over, i.e. that's where the power play is finished and the sort of, it can be an over that comes and goes without too much damage. That's what I hear, but I don't see that in this situation. You're 63 for 1 and you've got bare minimum in terms of a target to defend. This is not a soft over.
Agreed, and all of these bits of information I think are very, very valuable, hugely valuable, but in addition to the reading of the game when you're out there. Work for Dunkley to do. Comfortable too. Sometimes you've got to look at the game, you've got to trust your gut, you've got to go with what you feel, and even if that's necessarily against the numbers, you should just be helping rather than instructing.
Yes, Caps!
And Capsey's opening over has gone for 10. India 66 for 1.
मैं सोनी बनाऊं और कुछ नया ना हो।
हमारी नई और ढाका टीम इंडिया का
अंग्रेजों को ओपन चैलेंज है। नई इंडिया की न्यू टीम इंडिया।
Without Virat and Rohit.
10 एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स भी होगा नया और धाकड़।
क्या नया है और क्या धाकड़?
ये तो एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स में ही पता चलेगा।
10 extra innings, England versus India, 3rd test, Sony Sports के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
बहुत मजा आएगा।
Well, Eccleston has been brought back on. Oh, is he one bowled a very good over? You know, so sometimes it's your night. She bowled quite intelligently, changed her pace and a few variations, almost got herself a wicket. Arguably should have got herself a wicket. It's an amazing stat, isn't it? 11 fours to England's 8 in their entire innings.
They had more fours after 4 overs.
Jimmy wants it. Bell slow on the uptake, really, and swears he had enough time. Been watching a couple of the England fielders, actually off the back of what you did pre-match, talking about anticipation of being in the game.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Just too easy. They're just making it so easy just to rotate the strike. Come on, Tammy, you've got to bring the field up, or you've got to have your extra cover in tighter.
Well, your biggest threat in Eccleston is not a threat unless batters are going at it. So you've got to create that, surely. You know, you're losing this game. Whether you lose it in the 12th over or the 16th over, it matters not. But if you can create something, if you can add an element of doubt, and by getting into the engine room, 2 new batters, bring some fielders up and try and force the pace. Long conversation between Eccleston and Beaumont here. Making Mandana wait almost to the degree on where they want. Well, just taking a look at this stumping chance. Nothing looks untoward to me. Wondered what the delay was. Mandela has to depart, and maybe a little chink of light.
Yeah, maybe. One of the very best bowlers against one of the very best batters. That pretty straightforward. Now then, can England just build on this? Eccleston still has another couple of overs to go. 32 for the brilliant Mandana, 69 for 2.
एक ही टेस्ट मैच में 2 शतक और शतक लगाने वाले.
Hold it, wait, thinking of taking a bait. Looks like they're top of the chain, but guess who is coming to play?
स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट है ये शुभमन गिल का. फील्डर स्टैंड्स. खूबसूरत ड्राइव शुभमन गिल के बल्ले से.
Call up the people and tell them I'm back.
You join a very small club. Club only one other Indian inhabits. He's standing here beside me and applauding. Yes, what a fabulous innings from a fabulous young player.
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया थर्ड टेस्ट आज दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर.
For a very long period of time.
Yes, sir.
There now makes it interesting. Can Eccleston squeeze one of these 2 right-handers out? Successful over for Lancashire's own. 9 overs gone, 70 for 2.
Sony Sports Network presents Cricket का blockbuster season.
टेस्ट क्रिकेट का नशा सब छोड़ के नहीं मिला. एशिया में बात जब क्रिकेट की हो तो बात सम्मान की होती है.
Both dangerous openers back in the hutch. Two super knocks as well. Thought Shafali Verma did really well with the pace of Filer. Found a method against her. 31 from 19, whilst Mandana plays some gloriously elegant strokes, but they're both gone. Two new batters at the crease, Rodrigues and Harmon. And Lauren Filer's been brought back.
I like the move. It's got a lot of thought behind it. Get your best two bowlers on at the moment. Try and claw your way back into the contest. I don't know, you're more the bowler, but got to be a bit clever with the pace here as well. Not just all-out pace. Plenty of all-out pace, but not totally.
I'm not sure she's there yet with her variations with the slow balls, but the tendency, as opposed to the oval, where the short ball was a genuine threat, and the surprise ball is the change of pace. As you look at Lauren Filer, way above the rest. Average speeds, and she has bowled with some heat in this series. Oh. Signal wide. Bowlers don't have a great deal of margin for error with the short ball, but in this instance, I think you can actually bowl more variations, and the surprise one be that quicker delivery. So, going back in the day now, but Lasith Malinga would not be afraid to bowl 5 slower balls, as bowlers aren't more regularly these days, and use the quicker one as the surprise. At the moment, it's all pace on. Similar kind of lengths and batter can kind of expect.
That's why this is good to watch for Lauren Filer, because she's just a kid, you know, making her way in the game. She's a youngster. You can't expect her to be the complete article at the moment, but she's for me, she's going very much in the right direction. She'll learn from this kind of stuff. Under pressure. Work it out. There's no better place to work it out when you're out in the heat of the battle.
Bowler's got a bowl. And as I say, I'm not quite sure she's there with her slower ball yet, but have no doubt she'll be working hard on it. Have no doubts, along with Matt Mason, Chris Little, bowling coaches, to develop that as part of her armoury. So that's what makes her extra pace that much more threatening, when you can mix it up. Good return from Filer.
Yeah, very similar to the dismissal in the last game. I think that's why the reaction. Just got a little bit more bounce at the oval. This one didn't quite. Very similar. Yeah, very, very similar. Just gets herself in a bit of a mess.
Head in hands for Filer. Oh, so close. Top over. 4 runs coming from it. Good pace as well. The halfway stage of India's response. They only need 53 from 60 balls.
एंडरसन तेंदुलकर ट्रॉफी का ये दूसरा मुकाबला एक और अलशतक यहाँ यशस्वी जायसवाल के नाम ये पहले भारतीय कप्तान जिन्होंने इंग्लैंड में जड़ दिया है 12 शतक बर्मिंघम के सिंघम और इसी के साथ मोहम्मद सिराज के 6 ऋषभ पंत के बल्ले से बेखौफ ऋषभ पंत तलवार निकली रविंद्र जाडेजा की एक ही टेस्ट मैच में 12 शतक और शतक लगाने वाले आकाशदीप 10 विकेट इस मुकाबले में एक बार फिर मिसाल पेश करते हुए अपनी टीम के लिए रोमांच जो है वो अभी भी बना हुआ है यहाँ मुकाबला जीत लिया यहाँ भारत ने और रच दिया इतिहास एक बैट्समैन का गुरूर कर दिया चकनाचूर गेम भी तुम्हारा ग्राउंड भी तुम्हारा पर जीत हमारी होगी
थर्ड टेस्ट आज दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर।
1 2, 3.
Sony Sports 10-4 is now dedicated to you in your language, Tamil and Telugu from 10th July.
They have flirted with glory. It has been a roller coaster of emotion.
To subscribe, call your cable operator or DTH provider now.
Glorious afternoon and evening in Manchester. England have managed. I heard from an old coach of mine at Horwich Cricket Club, not far from here, in Bolton. So they had a girls' festival on the 1st of July. 10 clubs signing up for the under-11s, which is brilliant. Local cricket, working really hard for girls' cricket in the grassroots level. It's only going to benefit the counties. It's only going to benefit England. So for all you clubs out there and volunteers, keep up the hard work. Thank you. Comfortable over for India. 7 runs picked up via 5 singles and a 2. 46 required from 54.
1, 2, 3.
Sony Sports 10-4 is now dedicated to you in your language, Tamil and Telugu from 10th July.
They have flirted with glory. It has been a roller coaster of emotion.
To subscribe, call your cable operator or DTH provider now.
How are England going to make a breakthrough? How are they going to get to Kaur and Ghosh and Deepti? Johnny Dean, it is.
Charlie.
46 from 54. Eccleston's bowled 2. Off the face. Just feel that this is. It's now. Elements of the old moon ball. Charlie Dean and Jeremy Snape special.
You say that.
Saw that bowl on many an occasion down at Graceway. It was a beauty, you know. He used to scuttle in, he was only little Jeremy. He'd scuttle in and came down with snow on it. No one could get it away. The amount of wickets he picked up with it, astonishing. And take all the pace off it. And Harmanpreet almost had a dip.
Oh, yes, Charlie.
You just got to be a little careful here, haven't they? They're just sliding back into the contest here. Bowling well, game's not really going anywhere. You can see what 2 very good and experienced players are trying to do. They're just trying to knock it around. They feel that 5s and 6s is enough. Just thinking if you're England how you counter that. Because the temptation, whilst you feel you've got semblance of control here for Tammy Beaumont, is that you probably leave Eccleston, who's got 2. But I think I'd probably go 1 and 1 from Eccleston. 1 now, and then 1 a little later.
Down the ground, it's hit firmly. Eccleston doesn't collect cleanly, but no damage done in the end. Just the single. Off the last ball, 5 runs from the Charlie Dean over, 41 required from 48 balls, 86 for 2.
9 विकेट गिर चुकी हैं, 1 विकेट की बात है। चूर तो यहाँ से कारवां पहुंचेगा लॉर्ड्स के मैदान ये भी तुम्हारा ग्राउंड भी तुम्हारा पर जीत हमारी होगी
थर्ड टेस्ट आज दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर
Just here, Daggers, Sammy Beaumont's working overtime here to get her fielders in the right place. Try not to let them just rotate too easily, not against your best bowler. Try and build a bit of pressure, that might bring the wicket.
Short pulled a long way out towards the party stand.
There's no one partying over there at the moment.
We can soon change that, Nicholas. Might become the test match. What say you, Ian Blackwell? Never seemed convinced. Wasn't a wholehearted appeal. They have asked for the review. They've got two available.
TV umpire to director, there's a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. I've checked the feed, it's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Here comes front on. Director, can I have Ultra Edge to confirm if there's any bat involved, please? All the way through, clear gap between bat and ball, all the way through to the pad. Satisfied, no bat involved. Can I have ball tracking when ready, please? Ball tracking coming up. Pitching in line, impact outside. Ian, I'm gonna ask you to stay with your not out decision. Tell you when you're on screen.
You can see how she's trying to force it away. Jones was more convinced. Ian Blackwell not again. Don't think they're going to be asking again after the first one. Much more vociferous from Jones. A little bit of bottom edge. Jones may have been masked. Almost scuttling through. Again, superb from Eccleston, 2 runs. England need wickets, they need to break the partnership. Rate is slowly creeping up though, 39 from 42, 88 for 2.
Sony Sports Network presents Sports का blockbuster season.
जिया तेज कर रहा क्रिकेट ये होने ये तैयार.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Harry Kane. Sony Sports Network. Sony Sports Network.
7 to go. England in desperate need of wickets to keep themselves alive in this series. Lauren Bell. That won't help. A little wide, I think she'll have to bowl that again. These two have been meandering somewhat, Rodrigues and Harmanpreet, but not really under scoreboard pressure at the moment. And looking to create a little bit more. Good work from Lauren Filer. What do they need to do, Lauren?
Just need to keep the scoring rate down. These two both going less than a run a ball. Just have a look here. The Indian batters certainly searching for something. Good anticipation there from Lauren Filer. You just feel like if England can keep it tight, the Indian batters are trying to create something from nothing. Will there be an opportunity? Just got to almost strangle hold of them. Build that pressure. Starve the boundaries. Just take it deep. You've got to take it deep.
Kind of like what happened at the Oval. Is that where it looked like India were all over that game for so long. England found a way. Ease a little bit of the pressure with a couple. Work out in the deep, Wyatt Hodge.
A beautiful piece of work there from Danny Wyatt Hodge. Gets down, hits the deck early. It was racing across the square from Jemima Rodrigues. And England are going to need more efforts like that.
I mentioned during the England innings, I say it looked like a 126 type surface, but it looked more like 150s. Not as easy. And the bouncer, I like that option when Rodrigues goes for the scoop. Good work from Amy Jones. Rodrigues is looking for the wide. Completely unsighted there, Amy Jones. Excellent work. Oh, just short of Sophie Eccleston on this occasion.
We saw that at the Oval the other night, just hit flat, just drops in front. Another good slower ball from Lauren Bell, back of the hand. It's a valiant effort from Sophie Eccleston, just didn't quite carry. She actually did really well, diving forward. Just ringing the changes now, Tammy Beaumont. Another change in the field, gone from deep point to deep extra cover. She took an unbelievable catch the other night at the Oval, and a very, very sharp piece of fielding there in the deep. Great work from Amy Jones. Amarjot Kaur departs for 2, India 119 for 4.
India's wicketkeeper batter, Risha Ghosh. Just gets enough on it, over the head of Sophia Dunkley. She too, a powerful player, Risha Ghosh. I always look at strike rates for players coming in that middle order. Talk often about a BASRA, which is your batting average strike rate combined. Above that 160.
Is that what it's called?
Well, that's what we call it. Okay. Yeah, just so in the middle overs, anything around that 160, 170. I mean, in women's game, that is gold. That'll be 4 more. Little misfield, but timing superb.
Yeah, well, that will certainly increase the batter from Richard Ghosh. Slight misfield there from Sophia Dunkley. Took a little bounce off the square. Rock hard here at Old Trafford. And India in a hurry to get this one finished.
Good amount of support for both sides. And here at Emirates Old Trafford tonight. Indian fans will go away much the happier. And no pressure coming to Birmingham on Saturday as far as the series is concerned. We'll wrap it up here tonight. Little tickle around the corner from Jimmy Rodriguez will bring about a boundary and a series win for India with a match to play. They've been dominant in their 3 victories, just fell short at the Oval. But they have been brilliant here tonight at Old Trafford. Fielding was outstanding, bowling exceptional, and they've followed it up with a classy batting performance to get over England's 126 for 7, and they've done it with 3 overs to spare. Very comfortable fashion, and England left to ponder heading to Edgbaston for the last game. Terrific performance from Indian women. Disappointment as well for Charlotte Edwards and her coaching staff. Not how she would have envisaged things post that West Indies series. Felt like her team were playing well, but this is a completely different test, this Indian side.
तेंदुलकर ट्रॉफी का ये दूसरा मुकाबला। एक और अर्धशतक यहाँ यशस्वी जायसवाल के नाम। ये पहले भारतीय कप्तान जिन्होंने इंग्लैंड में जड़ दिया है 12 शतक, बर्मिंघम के सिंघम। और इसी के साथ मोहम्मद सिराज के 6। 50 ऋषभ पंत के बल्ले से बेखौफ ऋषभ पंत। तलवार निकली रविंद्र जाडेजा की। एक ही टेस्ट मैच में 12 शतक और शतक बढ़ाने वाले आकाशदीप 10 विकेट इस मुकाबले में एक बार फिर मिसाल पेश करते हुए अपनी टीम के लिए। रोमांच जो है वो अभी भी बना हुआ है यहाँ। मुकाबला जीत लिया यहाँ भारत ने और रच दिया इतिहास। एडजस्टमेंट का जुनून कर दिया चकनाचूर। गेम भी तुम्हारा, ग्राउंड भी तुम्हारा, पर जीत हमारी होगी।
थर्ड टेस्ट आज दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर।
1, 2, 3.
Sony Sports 10-4 is now dedicated to you in your language, Tamil and Telugu.
Of the match, congratulations to you. You win Stanley the dog and a magnum of Chapel Down sparkling wine. Radha, a great team performance with the ball and in the field. How hard have you been working as a bowling unit?
From the start only we were fully pumped up, and we were really looking forward to this game because it was really important. And yes, we are definitely working really hard on each and every delivery, like spinning the ball, yorkers and everything, and it is helping for us.
A completely different surface to the oval here at Old Trafford. How quick did you have to sort of gauge the pace of your bowling, the areas you had to bowl?
So it was easy for us today because it was familiar for our bowling. So yeah, it was like we did our job as a whole unit. We did our job, and I'm actually happy for all of us. All the bowlers did really well, and looking forward for the next game.
And also to be backed up in the way that you were by the fielders, I mean, is hugely beneficial to you as a group.
Yeah. This is the one part we were, trying to get better at, and we are actually putting in a lot of efforts to get better each and every day, and it's showing us the result.
Really well bowled today. Congratulations on your performance.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now a word with the England captain, Tammy Beaumont.
Well, Tammy, thanks for your time. Not a great deal went right this evening.
Yeah, contrasting 2 games in charge, I guess. I think, it was always going to be tough defending that score. I think we needed probably 150 to have a chance. One wicket that was maybe offering for the slower and the spin bowlers. But, just in a chase like that, you've got to get everything right, and we just didn't tonight.
In that respect, you're trying to put partnerships together. Nothing really came to fruition. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, I think we just potentially weren't ruthless with the bat. I think, myself included, absolute soft dismissal, not good enough at this level really. Like, credit to India, they bowled really well, they kept the stumps in play and used their change-up really widely, and we probably didn't adapt quick enough in terms of trying to, work the twos and build something a little bit longer, and we just, kept losing wickets.
Did the nature of the surface surprise you a little bit?
I think it's always got the potential here to offer something for the slow bowlers. We thought it might have played a little bit quicker than it did. We thought someone like Lauren Filer might really get some bounce out of it. But I think credit to India, they probably assessed conditions pretty quickly and took pace off the ball and stuck to their guns on that one.
1 game to go, although the series has been lost. How keen are you to put in the performance at Edgbaston?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to put on a show for the home fans, and I think we haven't put in the complete performance yet. And maybe that a bit of pressure off. We've got to go out and show what we can do. We're missing a couple of key players, and we're a little bit of a team in transition. And we've all got to put our hands up and get this team back on track and try and make it 3-2.
All right, thanks for your time. Bad luck tonight.
Cheers, Daggers.
And now a word with India's Harmanpreet Kaur.
Well, Harmanpreet, huge congratulations to you. The first time India have...
Accordingly, we have executed everything here. I think everybody knew their role, and accordingly we all played.
There is an energy, a fizz about you in the field and with the ball. What do you put that down to? I was talking to Radha Yadav saying the WPL over the last couple of years, playing in that kind of pressure environment. Does that have something to do with it?
Yeah, definitely. We have now played 3 seasons of WPL, and every season been really special for us, and we got a lot of experience from that, and really happy. All the girls, all of us played that tournament, and we got a lot of positivity, and a good sign is we are now able to execute in international cricket also.
Keen to finish off 4-1, yes?
Yeah, hopefully we just need to keep doing the right things again and again, and hopefully we'll continue that.
All right, thanks for your time. Well played tonight.
Yeah, very, very well done to Harmanpreet Kaur, to India. Have been absolutely terrific.
ये इस बात
फिर लाजवाब ये छक्का लगभग 90 मीटर का।
अर्धशतक पूरा किया ऋषभ पंत ने।
स्टेप आउट दिया, टेस्ट मैच बदला T20 मुकाबले में।
ये जबरदस्त बल्लेबाजी है ऋषभ पंत की।
सही समय पर आकर ये छक्का छोड़ दिया है अपनी टीम के।